As the nation unites in front of giant screens and packed venues, major international football tournaments are routinely celebrated as a peak of cultural solidarity. With England having successfully navigated their way through a dramatic tournament run to secure a high-stakes semi-final spot, the atmosphere across the United Kingdom is electric. Yet, beneath the national euphoria lies a well-documented, dark statistical reality that charities and law enforcement agencies brace for during every major knockout game. Decades of data collected by academic institutions, police forces, and support services reveal a deeply distressing correlation. Major England football fixtures do not merely cause tension on the pitch, they act as a dangerous catalyst for surges in domestic abuse and sexual violence across the UK. The relationship between elite football fixtures and regional violence has been extensively studied by organisations like the National Centre for Domestic Violence, NCDV, and Women's Aid. Comprehensive studies paint a stark picture. When England loses a match, reported incidents of domestic abuse and violence spike by a staggering 38% compared to baseline days. The risk does not vanish when the team succeeds. An England victory still triggers a massive 26% rise in alcohol-related domestic incidents and abuse. Regardless of the final scoreline, overall domestic incidents during the 90 minutes of play and for a 3-hour window following the final whistle rise by an average of 25%, carrying forward into an 11% increase in emergency calls the day after a fixture. For years, public discourse frequently excused these behavioral spikes by pointing directly to external triggers like match outcomes or excessive drinking. However, modern guidance from the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, and leading advocacy groups has worked heavily to dismantle these myths, shifting accountability entirely back onto the perpetrators. Major sports tournaments act as an accelerant rather than a root cause. The underlying issue is a pattern of coercive control and toxic anger. A football match simply provides a highly charged environment where existing abusive tendencies escalate. While heavy drinking lowers inhibitions and increases the severity of physical violence, alcohol intake is an aggravating factor rather than a justification. Abuse remains a deliberate choice made by the perpetrator. Advocacy groups emphasize that when an individual targets their partner behind closed doors while maintaining perfectly civil behavior in public spaces, it demonstrates a conscious choice of control. As the country prepares for the upcoming semi-final clash, emergency services and local authorities have launched coordinated campaigns, such as the Hampshire Domestic Abuse Partnership's Winners Kick-Off at Your Place initiative. Crucial resources remain available, including the free, confidential 24-hour National Domestic Abuse Helpline, 0808 2247, alongside digital support networks and emergency housing solutions from Women's Aid and Refuge for Women and any affected child. Furthermore, UK police forces have deployed specialised domestic abuse response teams on match days, utilising an evidence-led prosecution strategy that relies on body-worn video footage to secure convictions even if a traumatised victim feels unable to give evidence in court. The conversation surrounding sexual offences and football has been further amplified during recent tournament cycles due to high-profile controversies on the pitch, including legal challenges involving international players facing active rape allegations in the UK courts. The true victory for the country cannot merely be measured by trophies or successful penalty shootouts. As public campaigns increasingly urge communities to show domestic abuse the red card, the focus is turning toward ensuring that no woman or child is forced to live in fear of the final whistle. Enjoying the beautiful game should never come at the cost of human safety.